We're going to find the empirical formula for this compound that contains 69.94% iron, and 30 some percent oxygen. We're gonna figure out what this lowest whole number ratio formula is. All right, and so if we consider that there's 100 grams of the substance, we do that just to make the math easier. Then we can turn these percentages into grams, and then it makes it much easier. And we can do this because molar mass is an intensive property for whatever formula that we're solving for. All right, so let's do step number one. Just going to write 69.94 grams of iron. When that's how much we have if we consider the whole compound is 100 grams. All right, and then we'll also write the 30.06% as grams of oxygen. And the reason we do this is because at some point we want to get the mole ratios between the two to get the formula, right? And so to get moles, it's easy when you have grams because you just use the molar mass information. All right, so all right, turn the percentages into grams so we can get moles. That's pretty much all I had to say. All right, so iron, and you don't have to be super precise with these molar mass figures because in the end we're just going for whole numbers. All right, so iron on the periodic table go 55. Just go 50. We could have just probably used 56, but that's fine. I'll just use 3 digits. There's grams per mole. Okay, these are going to cancel out, and we're left with moles. That's exactly what we're trying to do. Okay, oxygen is 16 grams of oxygen in 1 mole of oxygen. That's right off the periodic table. All right, so let's punch these numbers in. Sorry, I gotta pull out my calculator. All right, 69.94 divided by 55.9. You're at 1.25 moles. All right, for the oxygen, 30 divided by 16. I don't need to write that 0.06. It's I'm going to do it. 30.06 divided by 16 and 1.9 moles of oxygen. Okay, so now you've got to pick the smaller quantity, which is iron, and see how many times it goes in to all the quantities. So it's going to go into itself once, and then we'll see how many times it goes into the other one, right? So the smaller quantity is always going to go into itself one time. Now, this is not going to be a whole number. All right, 1.9 divided by 1.2, 1.9 divided by 1.25 is 1.5. All right, so we can't have a formula with decimals or fractions. So we need to multiply through to get all of these mole ratios or subscripts to whole numbers. So we're going to multiply through by 2. And so we have these subscripts, right? So the 2 is going to go right over there, and then the 3 is going to go for the oxygen. So iron oxide is going to be Fe2O3, and there's our empirical formula.